This video we will see section C. Answer the following question, and section C, that is from question number 27 to 34, and the maximum limit, that is of 80 words. You can also write down more than it. And section C, total weightage, it's a 24 marks, and each of the question that carries 3 marks. In total 8 question is there. So the section C carries 24 marks. Now let's move further. Question number 27. Explain the process of nutrition in amoeba. Here we have to write down the whole process by which the amoeba intake the food. In that the 5 stages are there: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. And need to explain in detail and also draw the figure of the each stage. Let's see the answer in detail. First of all, we need to write down the mode of nutrition in amoeba. In the amoeba, the mode of nutrition, it is holozoic type of nutrition. The nutrition in amoeba that takes place in the following state. As I told you, total 5 stages are there: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Let's see the first step, that is of ingestion. In the ingestion, how the amoeba intake the food, that we have to write. So as we know that the amoeba is a unicellular organism, means all the activities which is carried out by the only one cell, and it does not possess any kind of fixed shape, and amoeba does not possess mouth as well. So the amoeba takes the food into the body by the forming a finger-like projection for the trapping of the food. So this finger-like projection, that is called the pseudopodia. P is a silent, pseudopodia around the food particles. Then after, whenever the food particles is trapped, this pseudopodia forms a vacuoles around the food particles. So these food particles is comes under to the food vacuoles. After the forming of food vacuoles, this vacuoles is taken inside the cell. So for the ingestion, the taking of the food, and till the forming of the food vacuoles, that points we have to cover. Now the second one, that is digestion. As we discuss in ingestion part, that the vacuoles is generate and then it is comes inside the cell. So the food particles inside the vacuole is broken down into the soluble particles. How these food particles become a soluble? Because in the food vacuoles there is a digestive enzyme is secreted, and the function of this digestive enzyme to digest the food particles and digest such a way that that food particles is become a soluble particles. After the digestion, the third stage, that is of absorption. The broken food particles which is in food vacuoles, now it is absorbed into the cytoplasm of the amoeba, and these absorbed particles are moved in a cytoplasm through a diffusion process, and the whatever the undigested, or you can say the unabsorbed food which is left in the vacuoles, it is remain as it is because it's not able to absorb by the amoeba. So till now it's absorption state. Now the fourth stage, it's a assimilation. Assimilation means whatever the food is absorbed by the body, from that food getting the energy for the various functioning, for the performing a various biogeochemical cycle, and to provide the energy to the cell. The assimilation stage is that the absorbed food is converted into the energy in this step. Now the last one, that is egestion. Egestion, as we discussed in a absorption state, that whatever the soluble particles or soluble food is there, that only the absorb and transfer into the cytoplasm, and whatever the undigested food or unabsorbable food, that remains in a food vacuole. So the undigested food which is remain in food vacuole, now it is thrown outside from the cell by the rupturing the cell membrane. So this is the last stage, egestion. So total 5 stages are there by which amoeba takes the nutrition. Now let's see the figure how the nutrition is occur in amoeba. Here you can see this is the food particle as we discussed in a first state, that is ingestion state. So whenever the amoeba look the food particles, they form a finger-like projection that is called the pseudopodia. With the help of pseudopodia, it traps the food. Here you can see it is captured by the pseudopodia, finger-like projection. So these two figures that comes under to a ingestion stage. Now after the ingestion, the digestion is there. As we discussed that after the capturing the trapping the food, the amoeba produce a food vacuoles. So here you can see this is a food vacuoles. After making of food vacuoles, it start the secretion of the enzyme, and then it is start to digest it. Here you can see if the food particles start digesting. So here the food particle is now converted into the soluble form. So the third state, that is after the converting a complex food particle into soluble form, the absorption stage is there. So whatever the soluble food particles are there, that is absorbed by the amoeba, and then this absorbed food is transferred, or you can say it is transferred into the cytoplasm by the diffusion process. After the absorption, the assimilation is takes place. Here you can see in the figure, assimilation means to get the energy from the digested food. And at the last, whatever the undigested food is remain inside the vacuoles, that thrown outside to the body by the rupturing of the cell membrane. Here you can see. So in the 3 marks question, these all the things you have to write down. Now let's move further. Question number 28. Answer the following. The A. Which hormone is responsible for the change noticed in a female at puberty? As we see, there is a sex hormone in a female as well as male. If you are talking about in a female, there is two hormones that we studied, estrogen and progesterone. So here we have to write down the hormone name which is responsible for the whatever the change that is occur in a female at the puberty time. But out of the both hormone, the mainly responsible for the changes that occur in a female during puberty at puberty. So the answer is estrogen. In the spelling of estrogen, O is silent. Now let's move further. B. The dwarfism result due to the deficiency of which hormone? As we discuss about GH means the growth hormone which is responsible for the growth in animals, in human beings mainly. So the growth hormones, if it is amount, it is appropriate, then it is help for the growth. But excessive amount of growth hormone, if it is secret, then it causes the gigantism. And if the less than the appropriate amount it's secreted, then it is called the dwarfism. So here the question is, dwarfism result due to the deficiency of which hormone? Then the answer is GH. GH, that means growth hormone. GH is the short form of a growth hormone. Now let's move further. Question number C. Blood sugar level rises due to the deficiency of which hormone? As we discussed in a previous question, that the insulin, which is responsible for the maintaining the level of the sugar inside the body, if it is not an appropriate amount, then the sugar level will rise inside the body and it causes the diabetes. So here the question is, blood sugar level rise due to the deficiency of which hormone? Then the answer is insulin. Let's see the next question, or 28 number. Explain the male reproductive system. Here you have to write down about the main organ and the supportive organ of the male reproductive system, and if you have time then you can also draw the figure, but it is of 3 marks question, so it is necessary to draw the figure. Let's see in detail. Here you can see the figure of male reproductive system. Now let's discuss. So the male reproductive system, it consists of testes, scrotum, epididymis, vas deferens, or you can say sperm, duct, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and penis. First of all, we talk about the testes. So the testes, they are a oval shaped organ which is lies in abdominal cavity, and there are two testes in the male, and which is able to produce the male sex cell, that is called the sperm, and the male sex hormone, it is also secrete the male sex hormone, that is called the testosterone, and this testosterone is help to change whatever the change occur in male during the puberty time. Whatever the changes occur during the puberty time, for that the testosterone hormone is responsible, so it is also known as a sex hormone. So the two main function of testes, it's produce the sex cell as well as it's produce the male sex hormone, that's called testosterone. The second, that is of scrotum. The testis, which is lies in the small muscular pouch which located the outside of the body in abdominal cavity, and the function of this scrotum is provide the optimum temperature to the formation of the sperm to the testis, means it is require a lower temperature so the sperm production will takes place. So this scrotum is provide approximately 2 to 3 degree Celsius lower than the body temperature. So easily the sperm formation will occur. The next one, that epididymis, the sperm formed in a testis that comes out and go into the coil tube, that is called the epididymis. Then after the vas deferens, from the epididymis, sperms are carried out by a long tube structure and that further join with the another tube that is called the urethra, and this urethra that is coming from the bladder. Now the associated gland that is of seminal vesicles and the prostate gland. So the seminal vesicle and the prostate gland, they add their secretion to the sperm. Now what is the function of this both the gland? It's provide the nourishment and provide the motility to the sperm. Now the semen containing liquid and sperm, it is just because of this gland. And the last one that is penis, it is pass the sperm from man's body into the vagina of a female's body during the mating time period. Now the next question, 29 number question that we will discuss in next video. Thank you.